Welcome.
Welcome. We are running what I think is going to be a shorter game, but just because we haven't in a while, stuff keeps getting in the way. We're on opposite schedules.
Coronavirus is wreaking havoc on everything.
I had some interesting stuff with work. She had some interesting stuff with being on pills that didn't work out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
been one of those periods of time. I can't say days because it was many more than 1 days.
Yeah, but we're both tired of putting it off, so we're just gonna play.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we don't have casino games ready to play. But that's okay, because there's more stuff to do than just that.
Boat casino.
Casino boat. Encino boat. No. Okay,
The casino that floats.
Alright, so when we last left off, you were arriving at the casino boat.
Mm-hmm.
You had Anita, Ren, and Lena with you.
Mm-hmm.
You also spotted Jules and his crew, and Lilith in the crowd as far as people that you know. There are also a bunch of people that you don't know that are being let in at around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And an undead woman gave a speech, and basically everyone in the room seems to be scared into going in, rather than turning around and going back out the doors.
Alright, well, I feel like I had signaled down the human group, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
That
was
is
the thing
where
that
you were.
happened.
Happened is a little gray, because I was like, we're ending the session.
Yeah. I had made movements.
You looked across the room and gave them a bit of a sup.
Well... I'd see if we meet up on the other side of being in the place.
Alright. After you get through the doors, you're gonna look for them. Okay. They are, in fact, not hard to find.
I'd figure, yeah. Also, I know what they smell like, so they are, in fact, not hard to find.
Yeah. Anita sees that you're heading over there, claps you on the shoulder, and is like, I'm gonna go get some information.
Alright.
She waves you off and heads in a different direction.
Neato.
Ren goes with her.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless you stop him.
I was going to see about, bridging that understanding earlier rather than later.
Yeah, he takes one look at where you're going and decides to follow her. You're welcome to grab him if you want to. But
I'm pretty confident I could beat all of these humans if they tried to jump him.
Yeah.
And if I don't talk to them now, and they run into him at some point, I'm worried about it being an issue.
Yeah. Alright, so you are grabbing him and pulling him back?
If he puts up an extra stink, I'll grab him by the tail and drag him.
Nope, he does not.
Alright.
He's just, oh, hey, come on.
It's better to get this out of the way now rather than later.
If you say so. Okay, meeting new people.
Yep.
I was just gonna follow her.
Well, you can follow her later.
Fine.
These people might have a stink with you that you don't deserve anymore, so we need to settle that before it becomes a problem.
With me?
Yeah.
Why me?
Because you have a dark and storied past that is not relevant to you anymore, but that they remember.
Well, I do not.
Well, let's go tell them that.
Okay.
If anything goes wrong, I can get you out of there, no problem. I promise.
Fine. Whatever.
Alright. I take him by the hand.
He is...
Visibly shrunk?
No, the opposite.
Visibly buffed?
As you lead him over there, you can see that...
Is he, like, spreading his little wings behind him?
Kinda, yeah. He's doing a bit of that. His tail's standing on end a little bit, and he has the facial expression of someone who is willing them to burst into flames.
Alright. Yeah, I'm dragging this child by his hand over to meet the other children.
Okay. When you get there, Jules gives you a wave hello.
Hey.
Hi, it's been a while.
It has.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, well, it's on my path. Why are you guys down here?
Long story.
Well, I'm not gonna pressure you into telling me, but if you feel like it, you can.
I don't mind telling you all about it, but first, what's up with that?
Right. So, you know the demons?
Yes.
I killed them and took their souls and put them in new bodies. He doesn't have any of the memories, that's not how souls work. But I wanted to introduce you to new Ren, who is literally as weak as a child. Please don't beat him up. He doesn't remember anything and isn't a bad guy anymore.
Uh-huh.
The old demons are dead. I have their corpses literally in my basement.
What's wrong with his face?
Oh, well, he's a succubus, so he can tell how you feel about him.
Ah.
You've met succubi before, yeah?
A couple.
Then you kinda get it? Maybe?
Give me a perception check.
15 plus 5, so total of 20.
The little girl that's been with Jules the last couple times you've seen him is like peeking out from behind Vess's legs and making faces at Ren. He looks real mad about it.
Also, she's making fun of him, so...
Quit it, Mouse. She shrugs and goes back to hiding. Okay, so... I mean, he looks the same, though.
Yeah,
well,
but he's not.
Much smaller? Is he gonna get any bigger than that?
I don't know. It depends. Some succubi grow, some don't. I'm not sure if this is how big he'll be. He's definitely not what he was before.
I don't like it, but...
Would you have rather I just let his soul out to reincarnate wherever? I can keep an eye and make sure he doesn't do anything weird this time. He's a kid.
Huh. I guess when you put it like that, it's probably for the best.
Yeah, I also made sure that he got a body with empathy so that he'd have a chance at learning how other people feel.
Sounds like you're doing your best.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't want him around me.
I mean, as far as I can tell, he's just a kid.
Ren's like, who'd want to be around you anyway? Well.
Anyway, my point is, don't, jump him. He's not going to be able to fight you, and I will be cross because I put a lot of work into this.
You're entirely sure he's not dangerous?
I pick him up by his tail.
He flails for about a quarter second, then goes completely limp. Ah. Gotcha.
No, I think he's fine. I put him down.
Alright, well... It's a bit... weird. But... I've seen you do some incredible things. I'll take your word for it.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure to head that off at the pass since, I'm keeping an eye on him. And I'd feel pretty guilty if he got murdered on my watch.
He looks over at Vess. Gonna be a problem for you? She shrugs. Makes me uncomfortable to be around, but otherwise, no.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna make you guys be around him. I have taken that on myself, so...
Yeah. If he's truly a different person, I'm sure that part'll go away.
Yeah. I'm sure it will, but asking for that right out of the gate would be pretty insane.
Yeah. Well, as for why we're here... Well, wait a sec. We never went over why you're here.
Well, I could give you a pleasant lie or the truth that you probably won't believe. Which would you prefer?
Learned a lot of pretty unbelievable things in the last few days, so I'll take your truth.
I need to get to the bottom of this hole with Anita, or this world and all of its layers are going to collapse, and not in a good way.
Huh. Why you?
Because of timeline shenanigans.
Well, we'll be seeing a lot of each other then.
You're going to the bottom too?
Yep.
Alright.
This whole group.
Why?
It's complicated.
Well, okay.
Well, I'll give you the simple version.
Okay.
Some really shitty stuff happened on our little slice.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with how things ended. But there's nothing more I can do about that. But I was doing some reading in the Dior's place while we were staying there. Do you know them?
Sorta. They're one of the noble families, I think.
Yeah. Real booksy types.
Yeah. They're the ones that have the library that's not a library, right?
Yeah, well, they had us on as guests as long as we could tell them, anything and everything we knew about where we came from. Anyway, while we were there, we were allowed to read any of their books. So, I got to reading. Fess got to training.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we learned enough to know there's probably a bunch of places like the one we come from.
Yeah.
All stacked on top of each other.
That seems likely, yeah.
And if the two I've seen have anything to say about it, chances are there's some people in some real shitty situations all the way down.
Yeah.
Here to do what I can.
I put one hand on his shoulder and say, I believe in you.
Thanks. I wasn't able to help much the first time.
A lot of getting there is just having the will to do it in the first place.
Yeah. Something like that.
I mean, that's gotta be at least half of it. There's obviously training and getting ready to do things, being prepared, but if you don't have that initial will, you will chicken out when things get hard.
Yeah. Well.
It's a good cause, and I believe in you.
Thanks. First things first, though. We gotta apparently win some games here.
Yep.
So, that's gonna be our first priority.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks. That's the kind of thing I'm suited for.
Don't play against her, I point out, Lena.
Yeah?
Yeah. She's from a family that has controlled a lot of gambling in the city and is known for being a vicious will-to-win type.
Ah. Gotcha. But
Maybe,
she's with you.
Yeah, she's with me. She's here to help me not fail.
Oh.
I'm not much of a gambler.
So, they just sent someone with you to do the winning for you?
No. She's just, gonna help me with tips and stuff. I'm not really familiar with any of the games, and she's from a family that's pretty good at figuring that sort of thing out, who also tend to help me. They adopted some of the goblins.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well. Alright. If you get the opportunity, point us out as allies, yeah?
Yeah.
Great.
Probably gonna need him in a place like this. Alright, well, I'm gonna start doing some recon, find out exactly what's going on here, so...
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry. My own problems, don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, if you need help, I'm a witch.
Yeah. No.
I'll do what I can.
I'm good.
Alright.
Uh,
I shake Ren by his horn. Alright, let's go find some stuff out then.
He's like walking away, giving him the real stink eye. Once you get out of earshot, he turns to you. Those people hated me.
Oh yeah, I told you.
The hell's up with that?
I told you, you have a dark and storied past.
I don't, though.
Yeah, but they think you do. And because they think you do, that's why I went and made sure they weren't going to jump you the first time they saw you.
It doesn't matter. I made sure they know I'm more powerful than them.
Just don't get in any fights you can't be sure you'll win. 3-on-1 isn't good odds.
Of course not. Besides, from what I understand, it's not likely to happen here, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna start looking for people that look like they know what's up, or, just generally seem willing to talk.
Yeah, alright.
I'm doing, the verbal version of reconnaissance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to people that seem like they aren't closed off in their own little world, pretending no one else exists.
Yeah, okay. That is most of the people you arrived with.
Mm-hmm.
Though now that you're in, a main area, even though it's the entranceway main area, there are people that you did not arrive with.
Alright, well, I'm not going to be asking the people I arrived with, mostly because they are not likely to know what's going on any more than I do.
Fair.
Can you describe this space to me?
Alright. You are in a large, multi-layered open area space. The inside is about, ballroom size, as far as length and width goes. There is more than one story, though it's just around the outside. There's a second story, that, goes around.
It's like a ring.
A bit, yeah. And a third one on top of that. The third one is, obscured somehow. Either by, darkened glass or magic. You can't really tell from down here.
Alright.
But presumably it looks about like what the second one does. And there are a bunch of people up there that are looking down and watching the games.
Yeah, okay.
The space itself is lit with another one of those big old chandeliers that you saw on the outside that are basically a bunch of luminous crystals spinning around a base being suspended by magic. That said, it doesn't seem like that's the only source of light in the room, if you're really paying attention to light sources, though you couldn't really say where the rest are. It's just illuminated.
Alright, do I see anyone that looks like a good target to talk to?
Well, first off, give me a luck roll.
Alright. Come on, screen. 16?
Okay. Alright. And roll me a d6 if you've got one.
I can have one in short order.
One, okay. On a just quick scan over the crowd, you see two people. Two people that catch your eye specifically. The first one is a goblin girl that is yelling real loud in excitement while playing a game with someone. She's apparently hyped to be crushing them at a dice game. The person she's playing with is very, trying not to be noticed by too many people, but this girl's kind of going on and on. The other person that you notice is Beatrice, who is not actually playing a game right now, but carefully studying some people playing another dice game in a group around a table.
I'm gonna sit next to Beatrice.
Alright.
I should have figured you'd be down here.
She's sitting cross-legged in her chair. Looks over, sees you. She's like, "Oh, Greta!" Looks back at the game. It's been a while.
It has. You wreaking havoc in this area?
Oh, heck yes I am.
Got any tips?
You want tips?
Yeah, obviously I want tips. It's my first day here.
Really? Your first day?
Yeah, I just got here today. Right now. A minute ago.
Got any money?
Not yet, I don't think.
Well, tip number 1.
Get money?
Have money.
Yeah, I figured.
Tip number 2. Now, turns and points at you. I'm only telling you this because I owe you one because you beat me last time.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know.
She leans over and whispers in your ear. Most of the people here are really scared to make risky bets. So, just know that more often than not, they're going to act reluctantly instead of aggressively. At least, down here on the first floor.
Okay. What's the highest floor you've been to? All the way up?
Points at the third one.
Yeah. Is it fun up there?
Honestly, it's boring up there.
Oh.
That's why I come down here. I mean, on the one hand, you can kind of crush the people down here, but that's why I usually only come down here with limited amounts of money and pretend like I'm poor again. I mean, obviously they all know that I'm not, but...
Yeah.
It's a me thing, okay?
Yeah.
You gotta play fair.
Yeah, I know. Duh.
Up there, it's just...
Are they only playing safe because they can?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, not all of them. Edda's a little better, but she's the only person here that I've consistently lost to, so I can't play her over and over.
Fair.
It's alright. I'll get better.
I mean, you're Beatrice, obviously you will.
Exactly. That reminds me. We gotta have a fashion show rematch at some point.
You're so on. After I know where anything at all is here.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fair right now, but... Damn it, fight me again.
Okay.
It isn't often that I lose decisively to someone and then never get a chance for a rematch.
Well, to be fair, you've been kept pretty busy.
Yeah.
And besides, what about, the tournament? You haven't gotten that one yet.
Yeah, I don't even know where to look. You don't happen to know where Mieri is, do you?
I mean, probably the next time she'll show up at the tournament.
Oh, hell yeah. I gotta be there for that.
Luna.
Speaking of tournaments, there's a sort of coliseum here.
There's a coliseum.
Yeah, it's on one of the lower decks.
That sounds fun.
It's a mixed bag.
Oh?
Well, see, here's the thing. They've got a couple different, classes.
Mm-hmm.
And at the bottom tier ones, anyone can get in at any time to fight. It's just the people who have run out of money up here. It's kind of like the last thing to maybe get some back. See, the winner of each round gets some money from the house, which is rare because there's no other real way to get money from the house here.
I see.
Well, besides, like, big-time games that... Well, yeah. Anyway, it's a rare occurrence, that's the thing. But, if you go and you fight there, which you have to if you want to make it up to the bigger ones, you're just gonna be against a bunch of sad sacks that are only there because they have no choice. It's not exactly a fair or fun fight.
Ah.
But...
Is it like all fist fighting, or do they do, like...
Oh, they do all sorts of different things. You can bring weapons in. Yeah.
Do you have to buy weapons? Or do you...
Oh, no. If you've got weapons, you can use weapons. If you need to buy weapons, you can buy weapons.
Okay.
Which means the people who go down there with money are at an advantage over the people who are just there because they're out. It's fun if you're there for the blood sport spectacle of it all, but it's not there if you're there, or it's not fun if you're there for, like, you know, interesting fights.
Yeah.
Which is just a shame.
Are there interesting fights in the higher ranks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. You get a little bit better. And then they have these, like, qualifiers that are against some sort of magic constructs. Anyway, after you've done a certain number of fights on the base level, you can qualify for those, and once you complete those, you'll be placed in one of the higher levels. There's, like, 4 total. The 4th one very rarely fights at all, though, because there's just not a lot of people in it, so it's difficult to organize, apparently. But the first 3 go on almost daily, at least once a day, and, well, it's this huge thing because a bunch of people bet on who's gonna win, and then the competitors themselves either are winning money from the house or they're betting huge sums of money on themselves. There's people there of all kinds of different strengths, too.
Neat.
The real shame is until you get placed properly, you're either going to be up against people who are way stronger than you or way weaker than you, probably. But once you get placed, it should be pretty good.
Well, okay.
Certainly, I've had a couple of challenges, which, more than I can say about in the city.
Yeah. Just about the only time I've seen you beat was in the tournament.
Yeah. I don't get good fights very often. Usually it's, like, environmental damage that knocks me down, at least in the Abyss, and then...
Well, you don't get to do that anymore, so there better be good fights here.
Exactly. So, between looking forward to next Lunarel and,
Well, this will be a good training ground for that, eh?
Heck yes. Honestly, I'm trying to convince the people on the 3rd floor that the way they're doing the bottom rankings of this just fucking sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah. It sounds like it does.
I mean, okay, I get that they have to have some way of disposing of the losers or whatever, but it just ruins the integrity of the whole Colosseum idea.
Yeah. Is that really just how they get rid of people?
I mean... Okay, so here's how it works. If you run out of money in this place, and I don't mean having 0, I mean having, like, well and below 0. If you run out, and it's not coming back, basically the rules that govern this place somehow and prevent bad things from happening to you just sort of stop working. So... I guess? I'm not exactly sure why they do the whole getting rid of people thing, but to hear Etta talk about it, it's something like, in order to make the blessings happen for the people who do win, someone's gotta get trashed. Something about potential energy or something. It's a whole thing. The point is, they gotta trash these people somehow, and their way of doing it is being like, oh, so, you know, harm filters and stuff don't work on you anymore? Why don't you step in this Colosseum? It sucks.
Yeah.
Though, I guess they're just trying to make a game out of it, but even if you're making a game out of people getting trashed, it's not... That's not a good way to do it.
Yeah.
They're just getting slaughtered. It's not interesting. Not all about that. You know, people dying for people dying's sake to begin with, but... I mean, at least if it's gotta happen for a good reason, I guess. I don't know. The whole thing just... It's not...
Good?
It's not a game. It's not interesting.
Yeah.
The whole point of this place, and they're doing a shitty job of it.
I guess if you're a sadist, it might be interesting. That's about all.
Yeah, well, suffice it to say, I've got an ongoing bet with Etta that if I can get enough money, I'm gonna change the way that works.
Neat.
I just have to have more than her. Then apparently I'm in charge. That's how this place works.
Wow.
Yeah. So...
How much money does she have?
A lot. She's... still a couple 100,000 times ahead of me. And I have a lot, by this place's standards.
Fair.
I'm not in second place, but I am in the top 20.
Okay.
But, moving up. Looks like I'll have to watch out for you, too.
Why would you have to watch out for me?
The only person to beat me in a fashion contest.
Has nothing to do with gambling.
It has everything to do with gambling. It's a game, and there's a winner and a loser.
It was a game, yeah. A game of skill.
All of these are games of skill.
I mean, to a degree. Gambling always has an element of chance, though.
No.
You don't think so?
I mean, okay.
Are you saying that all the losers are just doomed?
Kinda, yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, think about it this way. All of the games here have an attribute of chance to them, sure, if you look at the individual games. But if you look at it on a broader scale, you're playing hundreds, if not thousands, of these games over a long period of time. And at that point, any sort of chance is just going to even out. But there are good and smart decisions and bad and stupid decisions, and those can range from who you play, what you play, when you play, where you play.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, in the end, if you're losing more than you're gaining here, it's your own damn fault. It's got nothing to do with luck.
I mean, isn't this place set up to do that to people, though?
Well, yeah. It's set up to scare people into making bad decisions. And God, do people make some bad decisions.
I'm just saying, that's not always a reflection of the person if the circumstances are like that.
Okay, I'll grant you that. That's another thing that I want to change here. I want to give people a starting balance when they arrive.
Yeah.
'Cause
that would definitely encourage some alternate choices.
As it is now, a solid, 75 to 80% of people who arrive here get dumped out within the first week or two, and that's because they have to go into debt right away in order to play at all.
Yeah.
And that's some bullshit.
Well, it's probably because it keeps the people in the top percent very comfortable.
Yeah, well,
they don't have to worry about any rising stars if they're immediately dumped out.
They shouldn't be comfortable, though. That's the point of this place, and they just don't seem to realize it.
It's not, though.
It is absolutely.
By their very metric, it's not.
Well, they're wrong.
They're all about that, entropy, right? That just means that they get to be comfortable at the top, while the bottom is bleeding out.
Entropy? No. This is a world of games.
Yeah. I prefer yours much more.
This is a place... It's so much more magical than that, and they just don't realize it.
I'm just saying, the way they have it set up is very... who's gonna ever threaten that person?
Me.
Yeah,
I am.
You better.
I'm gonna get up there, and I'm gonna kick her ass.
I'll look forward to seeing it.
Good. Now, you said you don't have any money, right?
Yeah, I just got here.
Digs around in her pocket for a minute. Take this.
Thank you.
You have 100,000 chips.
Neato. Or should I write that down?
Anywhere you want. It's pocket change compared to most people here, but, I mean...
It sure is a whole lot more than nothing.
It is a whole lot more than nothing. And, with that, you can make good decisions instead of being immediately backed into a corner. It's not fun to play against someone who's just fighting to stay in the game from the very beginning.
Yeah. It's not.
It's not a challenge. Anyway.
Maybe they just like stomping on people up there.
Yeah, well, that's why I like it better down here.
Yeah.
Now, I expect you to take that money and win a bunch and come up there and kick my ass.
I'm on it.
Great.
And when I'm established, we'll have that talent show.
We will, and we'll even have more judges this time.
Yeah.
I'm sure
we could probably get more people to participate, too.
Oh, hell yeah. And
it can be a fashion tournament.
I'm going to buy a stage.
Well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll see you later.
See ya.
I dragged my nuke by.
He was extremely entranced with the game people were playing.
By the way, where is my assistant through all this?
Oh, Lena?
No, my assistant, Nefri.
Oh. Did you bring Nefri?
Pretty sure I brought Nefri.
Oh.
I asked her. She said yes.
Right.
I took her with me. She was somewhere in all of this.
When I mentioned people you brought at the beginning of this session, I didn't mention her.
Well, I brought her. She's here.
Okay.
Maybe she's just short and you missed her.
Yeah, definitely. Well, in that case, she went over and talked to that other goblin.
Neat.
While you were doing this. Okay. So
what's going on over here?
She turns, grabs you, and pulls you away from the other person. She's like, that girl is insane. She's lost several of her fingers from explosions.
Explosions?
Explosions.
Oh.
And she just keeps doing it.
Does she have a way to get them back?
No.
Oh.
Apparently, she says she's here to get more protection and more explosives.
Sounds like she's got it all figured out.
Yes, well, I think I'll be keeping my distance.
Probably a good idea.
That way, if she explodes...
Does she have, like, the fingers still, or are they gone?
I didn't ask.
I'm gonna go ask.
Okay. She's, Alright, do you wait until she's done with her current, hand?
I'll watch for a minute, but yeah.
Alright, she's playing Beggar's Bet. You know what that game's like?
Yeah.
Against a singular person and apparently stomping the crap out of them. It is not long before that person, just like the last one she was playing against, just kind of gets up and walks away.
Hey. I heard you lost your fingers in some explosions?
Yeah.
Did you keep them?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Nice.
Who the hell do you think I am?
I don't know. Some people don't keep treasures like that.
Huh. Well, some people are stupid.
Yeah. You ever gonna get them healed, or you think you'll keep them like that?
I don't know. I think... I think I might give them up as a sacrifice to the High Lord of Explosions.
Oh?
Well, supposedly. If you give pieces of yourself that you've lost, any future conjurings you do will be just that much more intense. I have yet to meet the guy yet, though.
Well, if you ever feel like trading something to me, I'll gladly take them.
Really?
Yeah.
And what do you pay, huh?
Spells. Sometimes components, if you're interested in that sort of thing.
What kind of spells?
Witch magic.
Not familiar.
You know how regular magic is very boxed into its corners? It can't really do stuff outside of, the block it's on? Witch magic doesn't pay attention to that at all. Witch magic pays attention to the stuff you put in it.
You show me a block and I'll blow it the hell up.
Yeah, because you can do explosions. That is your block.
Well... Name's Mog. Nice to meet ya.
Nice to meet you. I'm Greta. I'm a witch.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Want to play a game?
Sure.
Alright.
Which one was this?
This game is called Beggar's Bet. You familiar?
Nah.
Alright. here's how it works. So you've got a D6, a D8, a D10, a D12, and a D20. We're missing the D4.
Yep. Missing the Spike Lord.
Yeah. Alright. Caltrop acquired.
Alright.
Alright, so here's how this works. We each ante in an agreed upon bet to begin with, and then we flip a coin or choose some other 50-50 way of deciding who goes first. The person who goes first picks one of these 6 die. The other of us picks after them.
Alright.
Now, then we roll against each other. Whoever gets the lowest score gets points equal to the number of faces on the die.
Alright.
There are 3 rounds. Die are used up after you use them, so by the end of the game, there are none left. Whoever has the highest score by the end wins.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright. You're a new face here, huh?
Yeah.
You got money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep it simple at 200.
Sure.
All right. Heads or tails?
Tails. I wag my tail.
Heads. I go first.
Alright.
Alright.
What you picking?
Gotta choose the D20. 6.
4.
Alright, you got your 4 points.
Sure did.
Alright, you
My
pick
turn?
first this time.
Alright. Let's go with this one.
Alright.
That's a tie.
1.
What happens on a tie?
On a tie, the one who rolled the smaller die loses.
Neat.
Damn.
Alright, your turn.
What was D10?
Yep.
So you've got 14 points. Ah, I lost. Double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
Nah. I just watched you stomp a bunch of people. I just wanted to see the rules.
Damn it. Curse my good fortunes.
Alright, so now it's 10,200?
Yeah.
Neato.
100,200.
Right. Got it. It's down. Well, good playing ya.
Good plan, yeah. Come back soon.
Alright.
Alright. So, you've met Mog.
I have indeed met Mog. Have I seen Anita again at any point in this?
Yeah. She, you look over and you see her talking to Lena, actually.
Alright, I'm gonna go meet up with them.
Reconvened a bit.
Alright, guys, what do we got?
Anita looks over at Lena. Well, first things first, Remy wasn't kidding about the whole no fighting thing.
Yeah.
She takes out a knife and just sticks it against her skin and pulls as hard as she can, and just clearly nothing.
Alright. There's
again.
a Coliseum in here, but I'll tell you more about that after you're done.
Yeah, okay. So, I investigated a bit what other rules we might be looking at dealing with. No violence is apparently near the top of that. From asking around, you'd think it would be possible to at least, say, overpower someone without hurting them. Turns out, not really. This place just has some sort of powerful magic going on that ensures that you can't even indirectly harm someone like that, which makes me question how a coliseum could work, but we'll get to that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, we will.
Witch magic is a no-no. Magic is a no-no.
You can't do any witch magic? Huh.
I asked about it and was eventually directed to someone who is apparently from the 3rd floor. They basically said, if you can cast magic and it gets through the filter and you're caught, it's an instant bankruptcy. Out of here.
That's a shame.
Apparently there's only one person who can dole out sentences like that, and it's whoever has the most money at the time.
Yeah, I heard about that. Apparently they make the rules.
Yeah. So, that's a thing.
Well, good to know.
Yeah. That said, it seems like while you can't use magic to do anything cheaty, if you can fool someone into agreeing to a game that's inherently unfair, that's fair game. Since they agreed to the game. So, apparently it's up to you to think through the integrity of whatever game you're agreeing to and whether it puts you at a natural disadvantage or not.
Fair.
For that matter, any bet goes. You have to pay up if you lose, but you can bet on anything you want in this place. You can bet on who can drink from the bar the fastest, and that will be a valid bet. Also, I'm not actually sure, but I think I saw a little girl stealing chips. So pay attention to that.
For sure.
That's all I've got so far.
Lena, anything?
She shrugs. The people here aren't exactly gamblers. I've been mostly paying attention to the games. They're not that different from games that we play at home, but a lot of people making some very poor decisions.
Yeah, well, no one comes in with money.
That'll do it. Well, on top of that, it doesn't seem like these people are even people who have given 2 thoughts to gambling before coming here.
Yeah.
So, seems like we can just sort of clean house?
Yeah, that might be the case. About the Colosseum. So, it turns out if you run deep enough in debt, whatever protections it is that keep you from stabbing yourself, etc., they start wearing off. The Colosseum is a place you can go at that point. The lower ranks are mostly full of desperate people who probably don't have any fighting experience, but absolutely need the money to continue living. There are higher brackets, which have people who are actually fighters in them, but you have to fight through the lower one to get there. And we are talking about people who are on the path to not being capable of surviving here anymore.
That sucks.
Yeah. So there are consequences to running deep in debt here. I guess they had already hinted at that. One of them is getting slaughtered in the Colosseum. Got this info from Beatrice, so I'm pretty sure it's trustworthy.
Ugh. Right, Beatrice is here.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to run into her in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
I remember how my match with her went.
Yeah.
Never have I been thrown so far into the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently she's had some good fights here. So she's probably not the only person to watch out for in the Colosseum, if we choose to go there.
That's concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Alright. Beatrice isn't like a week away from owning this place, is she?
No, she said that the person in first has hundreds of thousands of whatever's ahead of her.
Ah.
Times ahead of her.
Gotcha.
So she's not there, but she does want to get there. That's one of the things she's working towards.
Okay, but we probably can't just wait for her to win and then give us free passage.
Yeah, no. That's not happening. Not anytime soon.
Alright. Well.
We would be waiting an awful long time, and I don't think we've got that.
Yeah.
She did give me some startup funds, so...
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's good to hear. Alright.
I give everybody 1,000.
They take it. And thank you. Alright.
So, Nefri, Ren, Anita, Lena. That's 4,000.
Yeah.
I will dole out more if they need it, and I make that apparent. But, also, especially at the two noobs who are younger, I'm like, if you guys are going to be betting anything, make sure you're trailing after these two to learn what they're doing first.
Ren's like, alright, but I've been paying attention to these games, and I think I can play them.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I want you to clean house, not lose it all.
Nefri's just like, I will be very careful.
Okay. It is a betting game, though, so don't be overcautious.
Of course not. I only meant... I will treat this money with care.
Good.
It's at about that point that you get a tap on your shoulder. Jules is standing there.
Hey.
Hey, so I got some information that I thought might be valuable to you.
Good to know. What you got?
Apparently, once you can get up to the second floor, they got individual rooms up there. And those individual rooms have doorways that lead back to wherever you came.
Oh, okay.
So...
How much do you need to get up there?
I'm not actually entirely sure. Seemed like a lot, though.
Okay.
Certainly a lot more than we all have starting out, but...
Yeah.
I wanna say they said, 200,000.
Okay.
It might have been 500, though.
I dig around and give him 1,000 also.
Oh. Thanks.
Yeah, nobody gets startup cash, so I came into some.
Mouse has been finding some.
Okay, just don't get in trouble.
Of course.
Trouble here is bad. I'm going to relay the Colosseum info to him.
Gotcha. Well, I'll do
and
my best
also
not to end up there.
Witch magic being banned and being caught, being penalized by bankruptcy. Seems like they really value bets here, so I don't know what thievery falls under, and you might want to find out before you get caught.
Yeah, sure.
Just in case, it might be fine. And if it's fine, then, cool.
I'll ask around for a rule book.
Alright.
And hey, if you're gonna go take part in that tournament, let me know. I'll put a bet for you.
I will. I'll almost certainly go down there at some point. It's just not really a fan of how the early ranks go.
Yeah. I wonder if, never mind. See ya.
That's an even 5,000.
Alright.
And besides, it's split probably between his group, so...
Yeah. he heads off.
Alright.
Alright. And he does like, oh, so... I wonder if that portal that takes us back where we came from would go to the first layer or to Zenith. If it does go to Zenith, do we have to walk all the way back through the first layer to get here?
Or is there just a new door?
And is it different for, like, you and me versus the goblin and the kid? Or...
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Only one way to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, second floor. Alright. Yep. That's not so bad. Well, I'm still going to collect some more information before I start playing. I like to know everything I can before I'm doing stuff like this.
Makes sense. This place is clearly spooky.
Yeah, but if I learn anything else that's interesting, you'll be the first to know.
Alright. I am gonna take my magnifying glass out and just make sure that all the magical stuff we have is still fine.
Alright. You take your magnifying glass out and look through it. It is like someone is shining a flashlight in your eyes.
Cool. Perfect. Neat. I blink, put it back down.
And he is like, yeah, I should have warned you about that.
Well, seems if it's ever dark at night.
Yeah, it seems like our magic stuff's working fine, but this place is,
dense.
Yeah.
Alright, good to know. I tuck that back away.
That said, if we can get magic working once we're rich enough, or get Miss Beatrice to change the rules a bit on that.
I wonder if we can take anything out of here when we go.
Might be a good idea to try that too.
If we don't need to do magic in here.
Yeah.
But we can take this highly enchanted rug.
Right?
Then, like, yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Not a big deal not doing magic specifically inside of this place.
Fair. Well, yeah.
Well?
All in all, I don't think this place is going to be too bad for us, but the trick's going to be finding ways to get rich here without, killing people.
Yeah.
I'm all ears if you think of anything.
Make bets against people who aren't currently about to die?
Yeah. Sounds like the people who are very rich in this place have enough wealth that none of the people on the bottom would have to die.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm thinking about redistributing some of that.
I adore you.
Love you too, kiddo.
Good luck, teacher.
She turns and strolls off.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go see how much weapons cost.
Alright. We're gonna stop there.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, a little over an hour.
Thanks for listening.
This has been a mini session.
Brought to you by this fucking boat.
This fucking boat.
It has people on it.
It does.
Alright.
Alright.
Thanks, Gina.
Thanks for editing, Gina. And thank you very much to our patrons as well.